graders, this is Mrs. Arietta, and this video represents the end of the 10-day packet. Sorry that it's a little late, but hopefully if you have not finished the packet yet, this video gives you that last little nudge and you can get it signed off and send the verification to your advisory teacher. So this is what has to be done is independent reading, read a book or article of your choice, and complete the reading log, and revise and complete the final draft of your narrative. So you should have a rough draft written that talks about climate change in some way. So it's an event, a narrative from either the first or third person point of view that shows climate change having some effect on the story. So you should have somebody else read your story for you, and having an extra pair of eyes can help you find a lot of the grammatical errors and other little things that you might have missed. As you're going through and revising your story, you should try to use Radar, and it does work for narratives as well, not just essays. So the first step of Radar is replace. So find words that are not specific and make them more clear. Look for words that are overused. Maybe you kept saying the word snow over and over again. Maybe you can use a metaphor the next time you mean snow. And you should also look for sentences that are unclear. Maybe you didn't say exactly what you meant and your reader's confused. You should replace it. A thesaurus is really helpful at that stage. The next thing you should do is add, and that means adding new details, descriptive adjectives, or adverbs. Rhetorical devices are not as important, but literary devices like figurative language are very important. So add as much detail and make it as vivid as you can. Your goal is to make your story engaging, and by adding description and metaphors and similes and all of that, you'll make it more interesting to read. The next thing to do is to delete unrelated ideas or repeated ideas. So maybe there's something that isn't really related to the story at hand. Maybe you say the same thing twice in a different way. Maybe you said something and you're reading the story through and you said that detail doesn't really matter. It doesn't make a difference. You should delete it. You should also keep an eye out for repeated words or phrases. Sometimes when we're writing, we kind of make careless mistakes and we say the word the twice. It happens all the time. Look for those repeated words. And lastly, you need to reorder. So once you're sure that your story is coming out pretty well, maybe you look at some of the sentences in a paragraph full of description, and you look at how it is effectively showing your idea. Is it a logical flow of details? Is it getting more and more descriptive as you go? Or what's your system? So you've got to make sure you order it in a way that everything is logically explained and there's a logical flow and that everything is connected. The last step is obviously to handwrite that final draft into the packet. So you need to neatly and lightly write the whole thing in pencil first. Make sure that you keep the letter sizing and spacing consistent and readable. And then while it's still in pencil and you can still make changes, proofread it one last time and have someone else read it too. Because then if you find a mistake, you can change it now and fix it now by erasing. Once you are sure that the whole thing is done and perfect, then you should take a pen and write over the whole thing gently. Don't push too hard on the paper. You don't want to accidentally smear it or make it sloppy when you've worked so hard on it. Once it's been about an hour and the ink is fully dried, that's when you should take your eraser and get rid of any leftover pencil marks, and that will make for a beautiful handwritten final draft. With that, that's the end of the 10-day packet. Sorry this video is so late, but again, I hope that this gave you the final nudge and that you are officially done. So thank you so much. Check Google Classroom, and I hope that you enjoyed writing this essay. So, bye.